of my results. I'd like to start over, but they don't let you do that. I had a few chances, made a couple final tables. Both of them I thought I had a good chance to win it and didn't. One of them I think I got pretty unlucky. I played a pot for about a third of the chips with the best hand and lost. And the other hand, I don't think I made the right play at the correct time when we were down to five-handed. So, excuse me. So actually, that's more disappointing. I can take being unlucky because that's part of poker and part of life even. But playing bad, which is also, I guess, part of life and part of poker, is something I have control over, and I wish I'd have played a couple hands differently.
It's quite interesting, and maybe you're going to make some of our South Africans who've been knocked out feel a bit better. I mean, the reality is, for the main event anyway, it's a long haul. You have to, a lot of things have to go right for you. You have to sit perhaps on the right table. You have to have the right players on the left-hand side. You are going to run bad at some point in time. You've got to survive that, but you've also got to run good. For, 9 effective days if you're going to make final table.
Right. I don't think I'm going to make anyone feel better. I feel pretty bad about it myself because this is the biggest event in the world. It comes around once a year, and if I get knocked out of a World Poker Tour event or a European Poker Tour event, which I guess they're going to have a World Poker Tour event in America. Right? So in Africa, I haven't been.
Well, we hope so.
Right. But there's still another one in a month or so, sometimes even sooner than that. The main event of the World Series of Poker, well, that's once a year, and it's almost impossible mathematically to win this thing in your lifetime, no matter how good you are. Of course, don't tell Phil Ivey that. I was talking to him yesterday, and he seems to think he's going to win it this year.
Well, he's sitting now. He's in great shape. I was looking. He's got 325,000 chips going into day 3, and as I think it was Tom McAvoy saying, he's good enough to protect that and build on that.
Right. Yeah, he was. I don't know if I should say what he was saying to me, but I said, "Boy, you got average chips now for 500 players left, and as good as you are, you're probably 100-to-1 shot to win it." He said, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, Phil's of course humble except with me, but he said, "I'd love to put up a few thousand at 100-to-1 right now." So he likes his chances, and based on what he's done, I don't think anyone should doubt him.
100%. I think I'm right in saying he's won 2 bracelets this year already, so he's running good.
Yeah, and he even joked to me because he didn't play at the end once he won his bracelet bets, and he said to me, "I was just afraid I might win a couple more and screw up my bets for next year."
He's a character, that's for sure. Barry, let's get away from the poker for a moment. What do you do in downtime? I mean, you can't play poker 24 hours a day. What are your other interests, and what do you like to do in your downtime?
Well, there is no downtime. There is no downtime at the World Series of Poker. I'm here to play poker. When I'm out of a tournament, I go over to the Bellagio and play in the games there. As a matter of fact, if I look bad, well, if I look bad, that's just me. But if I look worse than usual, it's because I'm here on an hour and a half of sleep. I played all night till like 11 in the morning and got about an hour and a half sleep, and here I am doing the interview. So at the World Series of Poker, if you're a known player, media from all around the world are here. It's a big crush that a lot of people can't really comprehend unless they've been here.
Okay, so let me phrase, when you're not here for the World Series of Poker, what do you do when you get away from poker?
I'm resting up at the World Series. No, I have 6 kids, so.
Oh, you don't get any downtime.
Right. So there's lots of things. 3 of them in college. I'm still close to all my kids, so I'm involved a lot there. At least talking to them and giving them advice that they don't listen to. Of course, the only one you know that about is my son Joe, because he is in poker. And then I'm involved with my son Joe with Poker Road. It's probably the best website for poker in a lot of people's opinion, and it's got the best strategy in a Red Pro discussion forum. And we have a lot of content. We have really great content there. So there's that. And then, obviously I represent Poker Stars. And what that means is I play online. Even during the World Series of Poker, when I couldn't get in a game over the Bellagio, I went home, I played some online, just kind of, screw around while eating or something like that. I multitask a lot, and so it's something I do often while watching TV or doing something else.
I wouldn't say you're a veteran of poker, but you're certainly one of the more senior professionals around, and you must have seen a change in poker over the last decade or so. I mean, the way it's just absolutely taken off. If I go back 10 years and told you we would be getting 7,000 odd players in the World Series of poker, you probably would have called me nuts. What do you think that the explosion of poker is being put down to?
Well, first I want to start at the beginning. What do I have to do to become a veteran of poker? I've been playing for over 40 years. I've been
I was trying to be
professional
polite.
since I was a teenager. Oh, you thought veteran meant old?
Yeah, I thought veteran, if I said veteran, you would turn to me and say, I'm not Doyle Brunson, you know.
Well, Doyle's got 20 years on me, but really I am part of the old guard at this point. When I was young, like a lot of the young players, I was the youngest guy at the table, but now I'm the oldest guy at the table. Poker is really become a young person's game because the boom happened about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So, with so many people in their 20s playing it, of course. Now, I told you I'm tired. I forgot the rest of the question.
No, I was just saying,
because
because you were taking umbrage that I didn't call you a veteran,
Yeah.
which is I'm pleased it didn't go the other way around.
Yeah, right.
But I was saying, in terms of the changes that you've seen, and you mentioned it, you said 4 or 5 years ago, the moneymaker effect. I mean, it's just unbelievable the way it's taken off.
Yeah, poker is popular. The thing that, it looks this way to you more than it does to me because this game is more American than it was international, even though it had roots in Europe. But look at the games we're playing: Texas Hold'em, Parliament Omaha, and Kansas City Lowball. Those are like some of the games that are here at the World Series. It's a very American, so it's been big. It was big 40 years ago when I was playing it. People played it when they went to college. I played it every weekend from the time I was about 12 years old. So it's been really big in the United States. It's just now gotten televised. That's the big thing. But everybody played poker, even played it with their family around the kitchen table, for pennies and stuff like that. Now it's expanded to the whole world, and that, I guess, moneymaker effect, you can call it, or whatever, big TV effect for sure. And so now, when I talk to people from South Africa or from Europe or wherever, they're saying, boy, it's really exploded among our 20-somethings, because it's a good game in this way. For people who like to compete, they play sports when they're young, and that's certainly what I recommend them doing even more than poker. The kids who talk to me about even being poker players, that's how you learn to compete. And but when you can't go out and play and get a bunch of guys to play football or baseball or basketball or whatever you guys like to play, you can always play poker. And nowadays with the online stuff, and I don't mean to just be saying it because I represent poker stars, but you can just play for any length of time you want. And when I say any length of time, I don't mean for an extended, I mean for like a half hour. You just feel like playing a few hands of poker for something that means something to you, which may be $20, $30, but enough to make it interesting so people have to make real decisions. You can hop online and do that and then go on with your stuff. I do it, frankly, a lot of times. I play poker, actually, and I play bridge online. A lot of times I do it like right before I go to bed, just to kind of get my mind working and tired out or something and get to sleep. So it's just a really good avenue for someone who's competitive.